Right now on News 10, the latest on two shootings Friday that sent two victims to the hospital. Next, a local Boy Scout. Well, he takes on a project in effort to rise to the next rank. Plus, park users are speaking out as their sanctuary is set for demolition.
Live from Acadiana, your local news leader, this is KLFY News 10 at 6.
Hello, Acadiana. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dalfred Jones, and this is your Weekend Report. First on 10 tonight, Lafayette Parish Sheriff's deputies are investigating a shooting at the Shiloh Mobile Home Park located on the 1300 block of Rika Street. Officials tell us the victim was taken to the hospital in serious condition. Another shooting in Lafayette, this time within the city limits. It sent a teenager to the hospital. It happened at the intersection of Duval Street and Moss Avenue. Well, here's what we know.
The Lafayette Police Department responded to Duval Street and Moss Avenue, where they received calls about a shooting. Officials tell us that when the officers arrived on scene, they found a 16-year-old boy wounded from the gunshots. Lafayette police tell us the teenager's injuries are not severe, but he was transported to a local hospital. I spoke to a woman who lives in the area. She wished to remain anonymous, but tells me she's terrified of the constant shootings.
Well, I was sitting down and then we heard gunshots and then came outside and then we seen all the cop cars. To me, it's too much to handle. It's like parents is just burying their kids. It's too early now, and I don't want to bury none of my kids.
And that was Rebecca Meadow-Keene reporting. She says police tell her they believe the shooting stemmed from an altercation. Now, Rebecca now joins us live in the studio to tell us more about a construction of a new apartment complex set to start next week. This is the most recent step in UL Lafayette's plan to better on-campus student housing. Rebecca.
While the new facility will be able to house over 500 UL students and bring more retail space to campus, some people in the community aren't too happy about where it's being built. Construction will take place at Youth Park, which is near Johnston on East Lewis Street. Some of the amenities found at the park will be eliminated, among them a dog park and a skate bowl. I spoke to some people who frequently visit the skate bowl, and they tell me they're disappointed to hear about the new facility going up in its place.
There's not a lot of skate parks around, and usually they cost money, so you can't just go anytime and, skate for 20-30 minutes or whatever. Here you can. And it's a fantastic place to bring everyone together.
The Lafayette Skate Park Committee is launching a Kickstarter on May 14th to raise funds to build a new skate park in the city. Rebecca Meadow-Keene, KLFY News 10.
Rebecca, thank you. It's Lemonade Day, Louisiana, where children across the state set up lemonade stands and learned some essential life lessons. Now, some of our future entrepreneurs took it a step further and offered nachos, brownies, and other sweet treats to their customers. The mission is to help today's youth become the business leaders, social advocates, community volunteers, and forward-thinking citizens of tomorrow, one lemonade stand at a time. Over to St. Landry Parish, the St. Landry Parish School District held its annual job fair, and all St. Landry Parish schools were on site with information and answering questions. Here's a plus. Newly hired certified teachers are eligible for up to $3,000 in incentive pay.
Well, today we're having our annual job fair. We're excited about the number of people that are coming in this morning and have an opportunity to participate in getting multiple jobs in many schools. We have 33 schools in St. Landry Parish, so we're looking for those talented people to come out and join us this morning.
Now, some residents in a small St. Landry Parish town have complaints about their water bills, and it happened after the town updated the meter reading equipment. Port Barre is a quiet town, home to about 2,500 or so people, but now residents are speaking out after a significant rise in their water bills. One person emailed us saying their bill went from $40 and $60 to now more than $200. Others say their bills haven't changed.
It can detect if a customer has an intermittent or continuous flow going through their meter. When it prints out the report, we try to call everyone on the report to let them know, hey, you may have something going on at your home. You're on our leak list.
And Como says if anyone has questions or an issue with a bill, they're more than welcome to visit Town Hall. Back in Lafayette Parish, an Eagle Scout is the highest ranking for Boy Scouts, and one local young man is getting closer to achieving that goal one step at a time. News 10's Katie Easter shares his story.
15-year-old Ethan Bailey must complete a project for a nonprofit organization before he can be an Eagle Scout. He chose to clean up a cemetery.
Felt like the cemetery could have used a little bit of fixing up maybe, and I felt like it was lacking seating for maybe older people, and if someone wanted to come visit a relative so they can sit down. And
a decision he made personally.
my cousin died unfortunately about a year ago, and he's actually buried in this cemetery, and a lot of my family members go here.
Not many Boy Scouts become an Eagle Scout. Bailey explained what he hopes his troopers get out of the experience.
Learn how to do some of the stuff that we're doing, like planting plants and such. Have the patience to see it through.
In Milton, Katie Easter, KLFY News 10.
Katie, thank you. Now, Bailey was also one of the first members to join his troop in Milton 4 years ago after an original troop closed. President Trump meets with the NRA. What he had to say later in the newscast.
And we have some hot temperatures ahead. Full details coming up right after the break.
The best weather coverage for vital local weather information 24/7. The KLFY News 10 weather app. Download it today for free for your smartphone or tablet.
It's the little things, like date night with your sweetheart, or knowing where to find new trends in apparel, shoes, and accessories for the whole family. Fresh styles, big savings, and fun perks every day. Stage. Little things mean everything.
Heart disease is the leading cause of death in the U.S. Know your risk factors. If you smoke, are overweight, diabetic, or have a family history, your risk for developing heart disease greatly increases. This can eventually stop blood flow, causing chest pain, shortness of breath, or a heart attack. If you have any of these risk factors, call the experts at Cardiovascular Institute of the South and get checked today.
When I'm looking for the right gear, there's only one place in town I trust, Lafayette Music. They have everything I need and everything you'll need to be the best at what we do. It's simple. Great quality, great service, and a great reputation makes Lafayette Music my one-stop shop for anything music, new or used. So come on by and beat on the drums or pick up the guitar, because at Lafayette Music, you play, we listen.
It's the little things, like finding your happy. This Mother's Day, Stage has the gifts she'll love at prices you'll love even more. Fresh styles, big savings, and fun perks every day. Stage. Little things mean everything.
Now, here's the live Doppler storm team. Meteorologist Trevor Saunier.
Welcome back. We saw a few light showers across the area earlier today, but clear skies as we go through tonight. We do have a shot of drier air coming in from the north, and it looks like very warm temperatures as we head through much of next week. More on that in just a second. But radar over the past 12 hours, you can see we had a few light showers across the area earlier today, but those have since moved off to the east, and now we have drier air coming in. You can see clouds beginning to clear out now. As we zoom on out, you can see rain and storms associated with that front across the Mississippi and Tennessee River valleys now, but this is progressing eastward, and we have this ridge of high pressure that's building across Texas. I'll show that later on in the weathercast, but that will be bringing us drier air and warm temperatures as we head through much of next week. 77 in Lafayette, 77 also in New Iberia, sitting at 82 degrees in Lake Charles. So it is a very warm day. It continues to be a warm day, but temperatures dropping pretty quickly as we head through tonight. 66 to dew point here in Lafayette. So dew points are dropping a little bit, and dew points will continue to drop, so the air feeling a little more comfortable later on tonight. Evening forecast, 77 as of 8 p.m., 72 as of 10 p.m. So you can see those temperatures dropping pretty quickly after sunset, and lows will be in the low 60s with that drier air for tomorrow morning. So feeling quite nice if you're out there early tomorrow, but then by tomorrow afternoon, looks like warmer temperatures, 81 as of 2 p.m., 83 as of 4 p.m., but we will have a continuation of drier air, so it won't feel as hot, or at least it won't feel as muggy for tomorrow. Future track shows clouds clearing out later on tonight, and then mostly sunny as we head through through tomorrow, and no problems with the forecast as we head through Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. High pressure right overhead, so it looks like wall-to-wall sun. Temperatures dropping for tonight, low 60s, maybe upper 50s possible across the Highway 190 corridor and central Louisiana. And then tomorrow afternoon, here's 4:30. Notice highs reaching the mid-80s across the area, dropping again tomorrow night. And then the heat really cranks up as we head through Monday. Take a look at these readings, almost near 90 degrees in some locations as we head through Monday afternoon. But the good news for tomorrow, we have this dry north wind, and that will continue to keep the dew points down. Remember, all the moisture's in the Gulf, so as long as we have north winds, we're getting that drier air mass from the north. But we have this big dome of high pressure that will be developing as we head through Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And watch as it moves eastward on Monday, and that will bring those really warm temperatures. We could push 90 degrees several afternoons. It looks like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and maybe even Thursday. You can see that drier air coming in on the atmospheric moisture product, and it doesn't look like moisture will come back until about Thursday or Friday of next week. So 61 your low tonight, mostly clear and comfortable. A light and variable winds. Winds will be shifting out of the north as we head through tomorrow. 84 your high, 88 Monday, and look at the temperatures continue to rise. 89 now as we head through Tuesday and Wednesday with mostly sunny skies. 88 Thursday. The ridge begins to break down a little bit as we head through Friday and Saturday, which could lead to isolated afternoon storms. We could really use some rainfall. Drought conditions may become a problem if this dry weather pattern continues.
Oh, hopefully we do get some of that 20%, huh?
Yeah, we didn't get much today. Hopefully we get some later on next week.
Okay, we'll stay in contact with this guy. He'll let us know. All right. Coming up next, dozens of bike riders are hitting the road for a very special cause. And the Lady Cajuns came out on top in Game 1 of tonight's doubleheader. Highlights later in sports.
Palm Place and Landscaping Spring Sales event going on now. Receive 20% off the entire stock of palms. Let us transform your yard into an oasis. We also offer LED lighting. Receive 20% off while stocks last. 5758 Johnston Street, across from the Olive Garden.
At Iberia Comprehensive Community Health Center, it's our mission to bring everyone quality health care. Our nonprofit, community-owned health center is available to all those with needs. With our range of services, we're positioned here in Acadiana with the ability to offer you quality medical, dental, preventative, and health services regardless of age, income, or insurance standing. Iberia Comprehensive Community Health Center. Comprehensive health care for the whole family.
If you've been injured on the water, you can be left with big injuries, medical bills, and lost wages. You need an experienced maritime attorney who knows how to take on the maritime industry and who will fight to make them pay. If you've been injured in a maritime accident, act now. You could be entitled to a cash award. Call attorney Gordon McKernan today for your free consultation.
I'm attorney Gordon McKernan. If you've been injured on the water, call me. I'll fight to make them pay. Just call me. Get it done.
Call 999-9999.
Sass Shoe Store features high-quality, handcrafted comfort-in shoes, available in every style, color, and size in both ladies and men. Sass Shoes across from Cajun Field on Bertrand Drive.
The Palm Place and Landscaping Spring Sales event going on now. Receive 20% off the entire stock of palms. Let us transform your yard into an oasis. We also offer LED lighting. Receive 20% off while stocks last. 5758 Johnston Street, across from the Olive Garden.
President Donald Trump told members of the National Rifle Association that their right to bear arms is under siege. It was part of his headline address at the NRA's annual convention in Dallas today. Courtney Zubowski is there with the latest.
President Donald Trump issued a warning to NRA members: win the midterm elections or run the risk of losing your right to bear arms.
The one thing that has always stood between the American people and the elimination of our Second Amendment rights has been conservatives in Congress.
The president's address comes just a few months after the school shooting in Parkland, Florida, after which he promised to stand up to the NRA for laws restricting assault rifles.
It doesn't make sense that I have to wait till I'm 21 to get a handgun, but I can get this weapon at 18.
Friday, there was no mention of changes to any gun laws. Instead, he touted his school safety plan that would provide $2 billion for security, mental health treatment, and arming school personnel.
There is no stronger deterrent for a sick individual than the knowledge that their attack
will end their life.
Driving rain may have kept some protesters away. This group from PETA gathered under the convention center's overhang and wants to ban AR-15 rifles.
They are violent. They are made for a violent purpose. And violence towards animals is a large predictor of violence towards humans.
But NRA member Jim Fleming, who came from Oklahoma, believes you can't blame a culture of violence on a gun.
Until you lose your narcissism, your nihilism, your hatred, and your intolerance, you know, if you don't do that, you kids are going to be shooting each other when you're 50.
An estimated 75,000 people attend the convention. No guns were allowed in the hall during the president's address. Courtney Zabowski, CBS News, Dallas.
26 cyclists are riding from Sandy Hook to the Capitol from May 5th to May 8th to raise awareness of gun violence epidemic, to support common sense legislation to reduce gun violence, and to honor the 20 children and 6 educators killed at the Sandy Hook school and all victims of gun violence throughout the nation. Churchill Downs, well, they geared up for a busy weekend of horse racing, including the famous Kentucky Derby, which you may have just watched. But now, more than 100,000 people are navigating new parking plans, a new main entrance, and enhanced security measures. Stephen Johansson has more.
There are several layers of security at Churchill Downs for the Kentucky Oaks.
It doesn't bother me a bit.
It starts at the entrances with the event staff, metal detectors, scanners, and wands.
It's just like going to a sporting event. So cell phone, wallet, keys, drop them in the bin, walk to the metal detector, and you're in and ready to go.
Please proceed to the security screening area.
The event staff is looking for restricted items or any signs of trouble, so going through security may take a few minutes.
I'd rather they'll be safe than sorry.
But so far, no one seems to mind.
Travel light, small bag, that's all you need.
Especially people who have done their homework before coming to the track.
We knew what to expect. We read and learned, and Lori suggested that we bring a clear bag, as we do in all of the other large major sporting events, and so here we are.
Once you've cleared the security screening,
we're that show of force, so to speak, behind that level of security.
Deputies from the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office are in place just in case.
If we've got to take control over certain items, if we have to handle a situation that might arise.
This year, there are also some changes.
It's something totally different.
A new parking and traffic plan and a new main entrance take some getting used to. But several police agencies are on the job to make sure there are no issues.
We have officers in plain clothes. We have officers and staff monitoring cameras everywhere.
Even from the sky, where LMPD's air unit is hovering. Ready.
And now, only on 10, how drones are helping develop business in Acadiana.
This is Academy Sports and Outdoors. We drop the prices on more than 700 of our top items so you can save even more every day. Academy Sports and Outdoors, for all for less.
It's time to upgrade. And now, it's even easier at Nissan's Tech for All sales event. Get 0% financing on every model, including Rogue with Pro Pilot Assist. Experience Nissan's newest lane centering technology.
Get here today for 0% financing for 60 months on every model, or get a low $199 per month lease on Rogue.
But hurry, this event ends soon.
Evangeline Downs. Coming to Evangeline Downs live, one night only. Arsenio Hall. Legendary talk show host and comedian at Evangeline Downs Event Center. Saturday, May 26, 8 p.m. Tickets start at $15. Available at the gift shop or Ticketmaster.com. So get your dog pound together and come see Arsenio Hall. May 26 at Evangeline Downs.
Evangeline Downs. Come play with us. Come play with us.
Some people think our generation just uses our phones to talk. Seriously? Just because we're not millennials doesn't mean we're not posting photos, streaming music, video chatting with our kids, and whatever he's doing.
Does your carrier think you're out of touch just because you're over 55? Get Unlimited 55 Plus. 2 lines, unlimited everything for $70. That's right, 2 lines, just $70 and not a penny more. Only from America's best unlimited network.
Welcome back. Drones are the wave of the future, and a local company has capitalized on drones and businesses' need for them. From refineries to energy development, even real estate, the need for drones and those to run them is growing every single day. News 10 anchor Jeff Horchak has more in a story on Fly Guys. You'll see it only on 10.
They look and sound like giant bugs, but drones are now becoming a real force in the business world. 3 years ago, Fly Guys CEO Adam Zayer and President Tim Hanley decided they wanted to be on the cutting edge of the drone boom and started up their business.
We take those missions that come in, we spec them out, we quote them, we win the mission, and then we take the pilots and we help them fly them successfully. We collect the media, we analyze the media, we turn it into a viable product, and then we send it back to the client.
Currently, Fly Guys has 90 pilots all across the nation. They are adding 1 pilot a day on average. Fly Guys is endeavoring to be the Uber for drone services with pilot support.
We're the largest organized group of affiliated pilots in the nation, as far as I know.
Fly Guys feels like they haven't even scratched the surface of the economic impact the drone business can have locally as well as nationally.
It's going to be a tsunami. There's going to be a bubble in the financial market. All this is going to happen, and we believe that we're the only ones that are building relationships with pilots and training them in a standard way. So when a company 3 years from now is looking for the same product to be flown in Philadelphia as in, Orange County, they will come to us.
When it comes to the future economic impact that Fly Guys can make, they feel the sky is literally the limit.
I believe that we have the potential, based on the industry numbers, to be a billion-dollar company if we execute well.
In Lafayette, I'm Jeff Horchak, KLFY News 10.
The Pelicans rising to the occasion in the blender last night. More on that next in sports.